Learn English through story, the ties that bind. In the bustling city of Crestwood, where skyscrapers kissed the clouds and the streets pulsed with life, lived a man named David Parker. David was in his late 40s, a successful architect known for his innovative designs that transformed the city's skyline. To the world, he seemed to have it all: a prestigious career, a stylish apartment, and a circle of influential friends. Yet beneath the polished surface lay an emptiness that haunted him. David had always been dedicated to his work, believing that success and recognition would fill the void left by his childhood in a small town. He had moved to Crestwood with dreams of making a name for himself, leaving behind the remnants of his past, the memories of a loving family, a close-knit community, and the simple joys that had once defined his life. His parents, both teachers, had instilled in him the importance of education, hard work, and integrity. They had raised him to value relationships over status, but somewhere along the way, those lessons had faded in the pursuit of ambition. David rarely visited his hometown, convinced that he had outgrown it, that the people there could not understand his life in the fast lane. One winter's day, David received an unexpected call from his sister, Lily. Their mother had fallen ill, and the family needed him back home. Reluctantly, he packed his bags, grappling with a swirl of emotions as he prepared to return to the place he had long since left behind. The journey back was bittersweet. The familiar landscape stirred memories of childhood, laughter, and a warmth he had buried under layers of ambition. Crestwood had been a whirlwind of meetings and deadlines. Now, he found himself in a world painted with nostalgia, where time seemed to move at a different pace. Upon arriving, David was greeted by the warmth of his family. The small house they had once shared was filled with the scent of home-cooked meals and the echoes of laughter. Yet, the joy of reunion was shadowed by the reality of their mother's condition. She lay in bed, frail but determined, her eyes sparkling with love despite her weakness. "David," she whispered, her voice a soft tremor, "I'm glad you're here." Over the following days, David spent time at his mother's bedside, listening to her stories of resilience and hope. She spoke of the importance of family, the bonds that tied them together, and the strength found in love. Each conversation peeled away layers of his heart, revealing the longing for connection he had buried under his pursuits. Lily often joined them, sharing memories that made David smile. He found himself laughing at stories of their childhood, of mischievous adventures and innocent dreams. As the days unfolded, he realized how much he had missed, how he had let ambition blind him to the richness of life beyond work. One evening, as they sat together, their mother shared a story that resonated deeply with David. "When you were young, you used to build the most amazing things with your blocks. You created whole worlds, and you always invited me to play. You had such imagination. Don't forget that, David. Build your life with love and connection, not just achievements." Her words struck a chord. David felt the weight of truth settle upon him. He had built a career on creativity, yet he had neglected the foundation of his life via relationships. That night, he lay awake, reflecting on the choices that had led him away from his roots. The following days were a whirlwind of emotions. David became more involved in family gatherings, sharing stories and laughter, allowing himself to be vulnerable. He even helped organize a small fundraiser for his mother's treatment, reconnecting with neighbors and old friends who had watched him grow. One evening, as the community came together, David felt a sense of belonging he had long forgotten. The laughter, the shared memories, and the collective spirit of support enveloped him like a warm embrace. He watched as his mother, though weak, radiated joy in the presence of loved ones. It was a reminder of the true essence of life via human connection. As his mother's health began to improve, David found himself torn between returning to Crestwood and staying in his hometown. His heart was conflicted. He knew that his career awaited him, but the pull of family was stronger than he had anticipated. It was during this time that he met Sarah, a childhood friend who had also returned to support their family. Sarah was vibrant and full of life, a school teacher dedicated to nurturing the next generation. She had always held a special place in David's heart, and as they spent time together, he found solace in her presence. They reminisced about their childhood dreams and aspirations, the plans they had made before life took them in different directions. Their connection deepened, and David began to realize that he had been searching for something he could only find by embracing the bonds of love and community. Sarah challenged him to see the world differently, to understand that success was not solely measured by professional accolades but by the impact he had on those around him. As winter gave way to spring, David made a decision. He would not return to Crestwood right away. Instead, he chose to stay in his hometown, helping to rebuild the community that had shaped him. He began working with local architects to design a new community center, a place where families could gather, share stories, and create memories. In the process, he rediscovered his passion for architecture, not just as a career but as a means of bringing people together. He poured his heart into the project, infusing it with elements that honored his upbringing. The center would have a library, a theater, and spaces for children to play and learn, echoes of the life he once cherished. As the project progressed, David felt a sense of purpose that he hadn't experienced in years. He was no longer just an architect, he was a part of something bigger, a community that needed him as much as he needed them. Each day brought new connections, laughter, and the joy of creating a space that would foster relationships for generations to come. Sarah became his partner in this endeavor, both in the project and in life. Together, they organized events to engage the community, bringing people together in ways David had never imagined possible. The walls of his heart crumbled further, allowing the light of love and friendship to flood in. Months later, the community center was completed, a beautiful structure that stood as a testament to resilience, love, and connection. The grand opening was a celebration, a gathering of families and friends, old and new. David watched as children played, families shared meals, and laughter filled the air. His mother beamed with pride, surrounded by those she loved. In that moment, David understood the profound truth his mother had shared so many months ago. Life was about building connections, creating memories, and nurturing the relationships that brought joy. The echo of those childhood dreams had transformed into a symphony of love, and he was finally a part of it. As the sun set, painting the sky with hues of orange and pink, David stood beside Sarah, hand in hand. He felt a sense of belonging that had eluded him for so long. He realized that the ties that bind are often the strongest, transcending time and distance, reminding us of what truly matters in life. In the years that followed, David flourished in his newfound purpose. He continued to contribute to his community, and the center became a hub of activity, creativity, and connection. He and Sarah built a life together, filled with love, laughter, and shared dreams. And as David reflected on his journey, he knew that while ambition had once driven him, it was the bonds of family and friendship that had ultimately shaped his destiny. The ties that bind us are what make life rich and meaningful, and in the embrace of those connections, he had finally found his way home. I hope you enjoyed the story. If you enjoyed, then please like and share this video, and don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel. Thank you for watching.